Okay, this video is about how to become an expert. And I think the prototype of how to become an expert would be Nathan Pritikin. Nathan Pritikin, he's about 40 years of age and he was diagnosed with severe coronary artery disease. And he's frightened. He's frightened he's going to die. He's a real smart guy. He was wealthy too, so he's fortunate he had more leisure time. And he just started reading everything he could read about nutrition and health and atherosclerosis. Okay, so that's part of becoming a real expert. You have a goal or a problem. You really want to solve it. Not bullshit, not just trying to get a grade in a class, but you really want to know the answer. Because when you really want to know the answer, you study it different. You know, it's kind of like those quotes about the shipwreck by Jose Ortega Gasset. Okay? You're desperate to find out the answer. So you read and you read and you read. And you don't really care about, is this from the Ivy League? Is this from, the approved university? Because what you're going to find out is most of the official experts are fake. Okay, academic degrees are sort of like the guild barrier system of the Middle Ages. They're credentials to keep other people out. And most of them really don't know their field. I'm not trying to be mean, but it's just the truth. Psychologists, they don't know hardly anything about personality, behavior, and the brain. I mean, they're kind of a joke. They can't tell the difference between a man and a woman. How are they going to give relationship advice? Psychiatrists don't know anything. I mean, almost anything. Don't get me wrong. I know some psychiatrists. I'm friends with some. My dad was one. But their medicines are a joke. I mean, what do they have to offer? Okay, internal medicine doctors, you're going to go to them for atherosclerosis. They're going to give you all these drugs. They don't know anything about diet, nutrition, epidemiology, toxicology, dental. I mean, they don't know anything about atherosclerosis. So what I'm trying to say is they are credentialed, but just because somebody's got credentials doesn't mean they know anything. So if you really want to be an expert, you should read what the credentialed experts know. Learn the standard field. But what I've discovered with medicine, especially internal medicine subspecialties, their reading and their study is so narrow that they really don't know their own fields. I'm not trying to be mean. That is just a fact. Okay. And then you go on the internet, and there are some real smart people, but you're going to find out a lot of them. You don't make money telling the truth. I don't make money with my YouTube channel. It's not monetized. But if you want to learn something, you got to tell the truth. You got to understand it. But once you know it, you could lie and make money. You make more money. Like I could make money selling olive oil, but I would hate myself. I would never do that. Also, I put my Christianity above all that stuff, and I got to do right or Hazel Christo will kick my ass. So that's why Christianity is a good thing. It gets people to do the right thing. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that's how you become an expert. You read extensively in the field. First of all, you read the standard stuff, but then you got to read the non-standard stuff. And most of it will be nonsense, but there'll be some great stuff in there. And a lot of times, read the old guy legacy books. They're the best books. Old guys don't care. Young guy's afraid of, getting promoted. He wants to gain tenure. He has to please the senior partners in the group, try to become partner. But an old guy ready to retire, he wants to leave a legacy. He's pissed off. He's been ignored most of his career. He'll just tell you the whole truth, tell you everything. So they write the absolute best books. Try to read all the old guy books. Read the patients, how they claim to have cured themselves. Most of them are idiots full of BS, but some of them write great books. Okay, so anyways, Pritikin did all that. He read everything. Then you got to experiment on yourself. Experiment on yourself with the diet, with the exercise, repeating the test parameters, getting a treadmill stress test, rechecking your cholesterol, all those sort of things. Try to find other experts to talk to, other people to talk to. Try to get other people to try your diet, your exercise, and see what comes out of that. Test out the ideas and constantly keep reading and learning and comparing them with other people. Then eventually you can make YouTube videos about them. You could write a book about them. But the sad truth is the more truth you tell, the more you're going to be ostracized. But anyways, the point I'm saying is that's how you become a real expert. And beware of all the credentialed experts. Like, expertise is more real if it means you have to do something. Like, a surgeon has more real knowledge about their field than a doctor who just prescribes pills. Somebody's going to play a sport. They can prove it on the competition field. Are they good at their sport or not? Somebody plays a musical instrument. Do they sound good or not? Somebody flies an airplane. They better know what they're doing. So what I'm trying to say is you can't fake those things. But you can BS till the cows come home about psychology, about the different drugs, BS drugs for some treating hypertension or something. Anyways, but that's the point I want to make. An expert is desperate to solve the problem. Their life depends on solving the problem as far as they're concerned. It's their destiny, their calling. Okay, they're going to get to the truth if it's possible. And then they read outside their own field. Because most of the credentialed so-called official experts, they only read their own field, and that's why they're usually narrow-minded ignoramuses. They're dogmatic, you know. Anyways, that's what expertise is about. Like McDougall would say, I love being an expert in nutrition. All I have to do is read papers, and I enjoy reading these papers. And of course, he tried the things on himself, his family, and his patients, and saw how they did. But that's what it's all about. So the point I wanted to make is it's not about official titles, even though that helps you get a paycheck and all that kind of stuff. It's really about, do you know it? Have you sweated it out to understand? Have you felt that this was essential to learn? And usually an expert kind of loves the topic, because in order to read all the fields around it, not just the field, but the fields around it is what you have to do to be a real expert. You got to really like doing it, because it's a lot of time. Anyways, hope you found that helpful.